Hi there, it's Shawna Karrasch here with another Ask Shawna answer today. This question comes from Jean, and she says, I would like to have some exercises I could do in preparation to help my horse's dentist check his teeth without a struggle. He is older and doesn't necessarily need any mouth work, but does need to be checked. Thanks so much. Okay, well, I think the easiest way to answer this is kind of go take a look. I think that'll be easier than just me talking about it. So let's go take a look. Okay, it's Shawna Karrasch here again. I'm with Mint this time, and what we're going to do is demonstrate some of the approximations towards getting to handle your horse's mouth. And a lot of times what I find is if I go up to a horse, sometimes if you just do this, you'll have a horse who pulls away. And so that's the first place you want to start. If you're going right to if you can't do that, you certainly can't just grab their mouth and look in there. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that I can do this. If he starts pulling away and fussing, I try and just stay with him as much as I can. And as soon as he stops or relaxes a little bit, that's when I click and reinforce. So that's when I want to tell him that he's done a good job. The flies are really bad today. So that's the first thing you need to do. So be sure you can do this. And when you can do this, he knows a smile. So he's thinking, and I want to be able to move his head a little bit. I want to have him be relatively soft, like if I pull it down. Can I see you? Good. So I want him to be kind of soft. He's a little holding it there, but I want him to just soften up and make sure that he is comfortable with this. And ideally, you'll get that, where their head is nice and low, and so it makes it's kind of a softer and easier place to go. The next thing I want to do, and because he knows a smile, he's going to think touching lips is smiling. But the next thing I want to do is be sure that I can start to look and fuss with their lips a little bit. And as right now he's chewing. But so I want to be able, good, that he will let me fuss with his lips and put a finger in his mouth even a little bit. So let's give him a moment to chew here. But then the next thing that I want to do is when he stopped chewing. And the next thing I want to do is be able to do this and look for him to stop with all that. All right. Okay, and there he got a little bit more relaxed. You could see where he was kind of chewing and pushing and chewing and pushing and trying to get the finger out, and then you could see that he stood quietly. So these are exercises I work on first, being sure that you can handle their nose or handle their head, and then just start looking. A little trick too that I've learned recently, a lot of horses like it if you rub their gums up here. So it's kind of something that can actually have a reinforcing value a little bit for your horse. All right, so you want to just be sure that you start with the little things. And if you're getting a lot of resistance there, just look for that moment when you can feel him soften. It's not something I do all the time with Mint, but you feel like even his head's a little bit high, but he's not really resisting. Mint, can you come down here a little bit? Bring your head down. Good. And I liked him to just bring his head down a little bit. So that was good. So I clicked when he kind of softened and brought his head down. So again, this is where you start. Start with this, and if you get a lot of resistance, try and stay with them until they soften and relax. As you get them nice and relaxed, you can move on to the next step. Again, try to think of what you can do to help set them up for success. Do the things that will help them, to turn them out first, have them so they're not in a fidgety, fussy mood. You know, it's best maybe when they're quiet and after they've been ridden or something. And then the next thing you just want to do is just, again, look for them to be nice and relaxed and soft. Okay, so that's good. So that's how you kind of get started. Those are exercises you can do to help your horse get better about allowing you to touch his mouth, to fuss with his lips, to look at his teeth, to have a gander and have the dentist come in and be doing the things you like to do. Anyway, so I'm Shawna Karrasch and this is Mint. Enjoy getting your horse on target.